This is Vanessa Joy here with Shutter Mag and the Weddings Edition. I always love when this edition comes around every year because weddings is what I focus on. Weddings are what I focus on. What we talked about in this month's article was about how to improve your client relationships. I gave you a lot of different tips on how to do that, including speaking to the 5 known love languages and how you can translate that to what you can do with your clients to let them know that you appreciate them. What I did not talk about though was the big picture here. If you have ever heard me speak, if you had ever heard me give a talk, particularly about work-life balance, I always start off with making you define the big picture, and this is really no exception. So the big picture question here is, what kind of relationship do you want to have with your clients? Now, obviously, you want to have a good relationship with them. You don't want to have a bad one, but you can define this a little bit further. So, do you want to have a very open relationship with your clients? You know, I love when I see other photographers who end up being friends with their clients. And this is especially great with weddings because if you develop a great client relationship during the wedding, then maybe they'll come back to you for maternity pictures, infant pictures, family pictures later, if that's your goal, of course. However, this can potentially lead to other problems, and a lot of photographers choose to not share so much of their personal life for various reasons, whether they don't want to talk about their religious or political issues or opinions. You know, maybe that's something they keep off Facebook, or maybe they don't ever friend too many of their clients on Facebook. Personally, I do, because then it gives me the opportunity to tag them in their photos after the wedding. But my husband, for example, he's a wedding filmmaker, and he doesn't particularly love friending all of his brides on Facebook for the reason that he sort of thinks subconsciously, even though I don't think he's ever had a bride say this, but if they're looking at all the things that he's doing, you know, maybe on a weekend he has off and spending time with the family, maybe they're thinking in their head, hey, why isn't he spending that time editing my video instead? So you have to define for yourself what kind of relationship you want to have with your clients. How open do you want it to be or not want it to be? You also want to think about the overall tonality of how you communicate with your clients. You know, are you letting them know that you're there all the time and they can text you? Do you want them Facebook messaging you? Or do you want to make sure that they just email you or send you a phone call, or not send you a phone call, give you a phone call when they want to speak to you? You can also think about the tone and how you communicate with them. You know, do you use a lot of acronyms and abbreviations with them, a lot of slang and smiley faces, or would you prefer to have a little bit more of a professional tone that is a little bit distancing usually when you have a professional tone, and it's not quite as warm, but it's a decision that would really match what you want your big picture client relationship to look like. So think about all those things. Think about what you want your relationship with your clients to look like. They can all be good, but there could be some limitations, or there really should be some limitations, so that what you're doing with your clients and the kind of relationship that you're having with them is conducive to what you want your life to look like, work-life balance, and, you know, just your ultimate goals in your photography business. So I hope that's helpful for you. I hope I give you a lot of information to think about. I hope I give you some really nice ways to communicate with your clients, show off those love languages, and just really have the best kind of relationship that you can with the people that walk in your door. Because as we know, good relationships with clients mean more people coming in. Yeah, let's just repeat that. Good relationships. I might have to leave all these bloopers in here. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, but well, this is pretty inducive, or, you know, talks a little bit about the relationship I want to have with you guys. I'm okay with you seeing this. I'm totally not going to edit this, but I'm getting red, aren't I? Oh my goodness. I forgot my last sentence. You guys are gonna have to figure that out for me. The better your client relationships are, the more they're gonna help get more clients through your door by good word of mouth. Yeah, that sounded good. We'll see you guys next time here in Shutter Mag.